Hello everybody, and welcome to another Sunday evening frequency meditation. My name is Rob, and it's such a beautiful time here in July. I'm at my place on Pender Island, which are the Gulf Islands outside of Vancouver. Nature on these islands are just amazing to tune into. You know, they're not really contaminated by us humans at all. It has the chance to always rejuvenate and come back into its own power without being influenced by us humans. Although now, as you've probably noticed, nature has really had a reset and is no longer taking on our garbage, is not going to process our stuff for our behalf. So let's really tune into these frequencies, these uncontaminated frequencies that nature is. Nature is perfectly in this present moment. There is only the present moment. The past no longer exists. That last second is finished, it's done, it's dusted, it's recorded in the time, but it's all done. The future is not here. There is no future. It is right now, this very second. So let's pull that in, let's bring that in just like nature does, and have an expansive meditation. Okay, as we are just settling in, coming to this present moment right now, coming here, just noticing the back of your neck right now, your tailbone, and the 2 points on each side of the shoulders. So if you like to draw the lines from the back of the neck to each point on the shoulders, and then 2 lines coming down to the tailbone, it makes that diamond. And as we take a deep breath in, really breathing in, and then hold it, and then through the mouth exhaling, and just coming here in this perfect present moment. There is nothing else that exists outside of this very second. And this second creates the next second. And that creates the next second. The present moment dissolves as it moves into the next moment. So there is no history. There is nothing to reference yourself by, because it doesn't exist anymore. Yet we humans are completely preoccupied with the past moment or the next moment. But all there is this very moment right now as we take a deep breath in. It takes a lot of energy creating yourself from the present moment or from the past moment. Noticing that diamond you formed, and let's just bring some more room to it. So pushing it out, pushing it sideways, pushing it back, so we have a fully formed 3D diamond, and us in the middle of that diamond, in the middle of our body. And see what visualization comes to you when you think of that. Another breath in, with you being in the middle of your diamond, in the middle of your body, which is referred to as our inner environment, anything from where the skin stops inwards is our inner environment. And then also part of our inner environment is from where the skin stops, arm's length around us, above us, below us, is also our inner environment. It's in fact, that is what creates us here in this 4D that we're in. Again, another breath in, a deep breath in to a count of 4. Holding that breath, And then through the mouth, exhaling to a count of 4. So again, noticing you in your body, in your inner environment within that diamond. And in this moment right now, this present moment, this is the safest place to be. This is where we are aligned the most with our timeless self. This is where we have the less filters. So that's why I always bring people into this place. And this is also where, as we take another breath in, this is also where your timeless self, spirit, higher self is located. And why would your spirit be anywhere else but where the truth is, which is in this moment? There is no truth in the future moment. There is no truth in the past moment. It's been done, it's finished, it's completed. So this is also where you have the closest proximity to your timeless self. Clearest connection, communication with your timeless self. So that's why I always start by bringing people into this place. I use the frequencies of nature as they are the most present, most well-defined in this 4D that I have access to. Maybe other people have access to other frequencies, but that's what I work with. And another breath in. And noticing, as I can see, undercurrent, if you like, a frequency constantly running in many of you on fear. So there's just a permanent humming frequency running, which means whatever you do, there's always a trace of fear, a filter of fear that influences whatever you are doing or creating or thinking about. So let's see if we can disconnect that fear, or at least let's see if we can have you become aware of this frequency of fear. It's like fish. The environment fish is in water, but it's always been in water, so it's not aware of its environment. It's the same with us, with these filters that have been running and are so ingrained in us. We may not think we have fear until it's removed, and then we realize how much fear has been an influence in our perspective of the reality we're in right now. Taking another deep breath in, focusing on that center place in your diamond, that inner environment. And fear is never in the present moment. It's always a projection of what the next moment might be. So what I do as a technique, whenever I am aware of how I'm feeling, and when there is disharmony, is I pause and I ask myself, but how am I this very second? Not this very second thinking about the next second, but this very second, right now, how am I? And always, the result is, I'm perfect. And it goes back to where your timeless self is always residing. It's in that present moment. Another deep breath in. So what we humans do is we're always trying to change something, fix something, escape into another reality to avoid this fear. But it takes a lot of energy rendering yourself from the future moment or the past moment and it never really resolves anything. It's more of a workaround. So a more efficient system is to come into the present moment, acknowledge being in the present moment, tuning into frequencies of the core of the earth, nature, and just pausing and letting your timeless self come in for clarity, so you can be aware of what frequencies are running that are distorting your perspective of the present moment. Another breath in. It was never the intention that we are to be in fear. It was never the intention that we are still to be in survival mode. It's just programs that we haven't disconnected from yet. So the first step, it's very hard to solve a problem if you're not aware of what the problem is. The first step is bringing in awareness to you and for you of these underlying frequencies that keep you in the bondage of self, that keep you from being that limitless, brilliant being that we all are. Taking another breath in. So we can kind of move away from the mass consciousness, or at least take a bird's eye view of the programs that mass consciousness operates under. And we can see that the solution of reaching out or escaping to another reality reaching out to something to satisfy, to quieten these undisclosed frequencies to you. It doesn't really work. It's a constant needing to find that stimuli outside of your inner environment to try and attempt to pacify these frequencies. But really the only resolution is by being in the present moment, in our body, and taking back control, which we can do, which is our birthright. Our birthright is to master this environment here in this physical form. And as we take another breath in, and as you listen to the sounds around you, where are those sounds coming from? And where are you? in your body? Any smells around you? Where are they coming from? And again, the proximity to where you are in your body. The taste in your mouth, this internal referencing, releases what it needs to release for perfect health. What is touching your skin right now? A breeze, fabric, the floor, combination. And then opening our eyes and looking at an object and noting where that object is. That object that has no reference of you, no memories of you, is completely objective, is completely in the present moment, completely well-defined. This is referred to as spatial referencing. It's using our 5 senses to bring us here in our body in the present moment. Super advanced technology. Might seem very simple, but practice it. Practice it in any situation, and you'll find that you will come back here. Your mind will quieten. You'll feel calmer. There'll be more clarity. Most people on this, if you like, well-being journey, they just try and add on top of things of what they're already running. But that's like if you bake a cake and the cake is really lousy, you forgot to put the sugar in or something. It really doesn't matter what that icing is on top of it or the sprinkles, it's still not going to be a good cake. And it's the same with what we do. Instead of just putting on things on top of these frequencies that are running, trying to learn how to manifest or to gain insight, develop your abilities, whatever it is. If we haven't cleared out the things that make the cake not come out well, it's the same with us. We need to clear out these things like frequencies of fear that are constantly just humming in the background. And then we can bring in whatever we need to bring in for full expansion and to be our best possible self here. That is the intention for all of us. So with that, have a beautiful Sunday, and I'll see you next week.